is this where I wanted to comment? Well, this is Harrah's. This is the old Harrah's, and you know, it hasn't changed much. And I walked through there, and I remember I used to play at a place in here called the Orleans Room, and I was looking for it and I couldn't find it, so they've probably taken that down now too. But I didn't stay in there long enough. Harrah's is really amateur hour. You know, that's where all the tourists go, because everything in Harrah's is still pretty cheap compared to most places. Oh yeah, this was the little island last week when I was down here during the night where a girl was drunk and her little Volkswagen, and she backed it up over this island. This black car is blocking it, but she backed up over this island and she couldn't get off of it, and she was revving up her engines. It's that island right there, and she was revving up her engines, and she couldn't get off of it. But here we are coming up to Caesar's Palace, and sorry this looks so wobbly, but I'm trying to drive at the same time I'm doing this, so it's not easy. My chauffeur was sick today. Anyway, really ominous, isn't it? Vegas looks ominous today. It just looks so beat up, like a really ugly, like this chick that you really think is hot, and and you've been drunk all night, and you wake up and you look at her and you go, ooh, really? I mean, really? Here's the old Imperial Palace, man. Now, I'm telling you guys, for you sports bettors, this is still one of the best places to place your bet anywhere on the Strip. They have some of the best lines you're going to find right here at the old Imperial Palace. Don't go to the big properties. Yeah, this is the place right here where you want to talk about amateur hour at night. What they're doing now is at nighttime they're having karaoke's there, okay? And so these guys and gals are just drunk on their ass, and they're outdoors, and they all think they're rock stars, and so they're just jamming and singing away to old rock tunes or whatever, pop tunes. The funniest is trying to hear them sing a Michael Jackson song. Anyway, not my kind of entertainment, so I'm just amazed at how everything is deteriorated in terms of entertainment, like from what it used to be. And that's not just an age thing. I mean, that's not just because I come from a different era. It just is true. There's just the entertainment, the level of entertainment here is nothing compared to what it was in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and I would say it really started deteriorating in the mid-90s. That's when it kind of went to hell. Well, that's when music went to hell anyway. It was the mid-90s. Exhibit A, Donnie and Marie Osmond. I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, really? Donnie and Marie? What? I mean, Branson is that way, isn't it? Yeah, Branson's that way. I mean, Donnie and Marie, why would anybody in their right mind want to go see Donnie and Marie? I have no idea, man. I have no idea. Do they actually sing and dance, or what do they do? Just cuddle each other so that we can see what it's like to see brother and sister kind of hit on each other? I have no idea, man. God, I mean, that's just an act that, are you kidding? Will they ever go away? I mean, look at this. Look at this. Marie, a big, big picture of Marie on the side of the building. It's just amazing to me. I mean, who's going in there? The geriatric crew? They're rolling in there in their wheelchairs. Yeah, let me know where Donnie and Marie. Hey, can I get an autograph of? I used to love them when I was young. I used to watch them on TV all the time. They were so cute. They'd sing their little songs. They'd have their little straw hats. The whole family. You mean it's only Donnie and Marie now? Oh, I liked them when they were the whole clan would show up. Like there was 6 of them, wasn't there? They'd sing and sing and dance. They were so cute. I'm going to turn off my wipers here. It looks like it's stopped. So right now, next to me is the Forum Shopping. Oh, I know what that is. No, that's just a strip bus, is what that is. That's just a strip shuttle bus with the advertising on the side. And so then we're coming up here, but I will say, you know, of all of the older hotels who have added on, I think Caesars has done it as best or better than anybody. And here's the old Flamingo, man. It's still coughing and wheezing and holding up. It's one of the few that's holding up, but that's where Donnie and Marie are. Oh my God, that, honey, your ship left so long ago. I mean, I agree, you were hot at one time, but that was what, I think it was when Star Trek was in its first season, wasn't it? Something like that. But anyway, T-Mac, you don't need to be so critical of poor Donnie and Marie. And I haven't seen their act. I don't know. I mean, but truthfully, somebody would have to pay me to see that. But I'm going to try to get in and see Joey, what's his name, tonight. You know, the impersonator. My youngest son, that's his hero. So hopefully I can get in there and video his act so that my son can steal it. Because my son is quite the impersonator himself. He really is. He's worked at it for years. And he's very, very good. And one of my favorite stories is he does George Brett so incredibly well. And he was in a bar in Kansas City where George Brett was. And one of his friends walked up to George and said, "George, you got to hear this guy imitate you, man. He's unbelievable." So Jason goes over there and does his, you know, like 5-minute George Brett routine. And Brett, of course, had been drinking his wobbly pops, as he's always notoriously known to be doing. And he looks up at Jason and he goes, "Damn, you do me better than me." So that was a feather in my son's cap, especially that was his baseball hero when he was a little kid. And so Joey, I'm sorry I can't remember his last name. It's an Italian name, but you know who I'm talking about. He's had his own TV show, and he's very, very good. He does Madden and all of them. So when I was out at the ballpark the other night watching, this was 2 weeks ago, I think it was, and we were out there. We had great seats. I've got videos of it. And he threw out the first pitch for the Cubs. Who were the Cubs playing? Cincinnati? No. Cubs and the White Sox. Yeah, it was the Cubs-White Sox preseason spring training game. And so Joey threw out the first pitch, and he was out there doing his comedic routine and at the beginning and trying to be kind of cute, and it worked for a while until he, at the very last, he tried to seriously throw a pitch to the mound, and he was really embarrassed because he could only throw it about 40 feet that was any good, and he tried it twice and failed both times. So, you know, he was actually pretty embarrassed when he walked off the field. But hey, you know, that's what happens when you try to pitch in the big leagues if you're not a pitcher. But speaking of that,